Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
So welcome everyone. Here today we will have a demo session on end user LIMS, Laboratory Information Management System. So this in this demo we will cover a short details which will be covered in detail in the actual course. So before going ahead, there are different types of industrial training courses that are conducted by Company Connect, and out of which I will go with the LIMS training. I have near about 10 years of industrial experience, in which includes pharmaceutical industry and IT industry. Let's proceed with our course, today's demo session. Before that, I want to clarify some questions that will be in your mind, which limbs we are going to see in detail, and also what will be the benefit that you will get after completion of this course. The first thing that is the idea behind this course is whichever LIMS software you are handling, the basic idea is the same. Like whatever the functionalities, whatever the details provided in the LIMS software, they are all same, whichever software you are using. So when you learn all the details, you will come to know that you can handle any of the softwares after completion of this course. Uh, so let's move ahead. So what we are including in today's demo. So the history about LIMS, Laboratory Information Management System, how the history has gone, then the contents, various contents in the information management, then how this LIMS software works, that we will cover here. Then some guidelines for successful implementation of LIMS in a laboratory. Then the LIMS workflow, how the workflow happens in the laboratory, then different functionalities, uh, then some advantages and disadvantages of this LIMS software, then some general awareness about the different modules involved in laboratory information management, different environments, then master data management, and different roles involved in LIMS. So basically, when we will go for the 8 days training, we will cover all the modules, all the environments, and also all the basics that are required to for an end user handling the LIMS software. So any doubts, any questions here? You can ask me because I want it like a conversation, so that I can understand what is your need there. Any questions in your mind? Yes, please. So the agenda is clear, like what we are covering in this demo lecture, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So let's go ahead. So we will see the history of laboratory data management. So if we see, uh, the prior period of 1980s, the laboratories were working like, they were using the paper pen and for calculations, and some books for recording the entries and all. Then an era came where some handheld calculators, which are very much sophisticated software programs, and also there were some laboratory information management which was available in that era, but they were like large bound books which are still common in some of the small industries. Then in 1990 90s era, some personal computers developed, where LIMS moved from mini computers to personal computers. So some of the activities, paper pen activities, were dissolved there, and the evolved era, which helped to improve in future, like what we see in today's industry, the 21st century, where we see all the activities in laboratory are controlled and managed through this laboratory information management software. Uh, so, what are the facilities and the various possibilities that are given by this laboratory information management? Is like, so whatever the reports we are generating in LIMS, and also we can have a comparison, or we can compare the historical data here. So basically, the idea here is why we need LIMS, Laboratory Information Management. Can anybody tell me why we need laboratory information management? Yes, anyone, please?
Hi, sir. Hello.
If there is no laboratory information management, what will happen?
Hi, sir.
If laboratory information is not managed, then what will happen? Whatever work we are doing in the laboratory, uh, yeah, it will go smooth or not?
No,
Hello.
actually, where we,
Hi.
Yes, yes.
hi, sir.
Hello.
This is Rajendra. Hi, sir.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, actually, we are using LIMS to automation our system to avoiding of paperwork, avoiding of human
Right,
error, and and uh,
right.
and to tracking our samples, all data. And as of now, we are following 21 CFR Part 11. So
Yes,
uh,
yes.
basically, for that reason, we are basically we can say we can calling as a automation whole our laboratory analysis, sample inventory management, storage management, everything we are doing in a automation manner.
Right, right. So if LIMS is not there, so what do you think? If one is planning 10 samples in a day, and if LIMS is not available, so is it possible he can at least perform 10 samples in a day?
It is possible, but it will require extra manpower. If LIMS is there,
Yes,
one
yes,
person
yes.
can be tracking.
Right, right. So basic idea behind LIMS implementation is we are saving the time, we are saving the manpower, and we are cutting the cost of the particular laboratory. So why LIMS? It allows it to effectively manage samples and the data that is associated with the samples. The workflow that is involved in the laboratory, that is automated. So here the chances of error are reduced. And when we integrate some instruments, I hope you all understand integration, right?
Yes.
Instrument integration, you all understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay, okay. So there are different instruments in laboratory, starting from HPLC to weighing balance. Others are like UV or dissolution, all the apparatus. So we integrate these instruments to our LIMS software. So what happens here? When we integrate such instruments, all the entries or all the data, it is collected directly into LIMS software. So it avoids any chances of data leak. It avoids any mismatch in the audit. And all the samples will be managed, and all the information that is related to that particular uh, sample, it is collected into LIMS software. So it becomes easier to collect all the data related to a particular analysis. Understood? So
Yes.
now, next thing is it improves the accuracy. It improves accuracy. It gives some reproducible results, and also faster way, in a faster way. And we can rely more on this software. Now, another thing, this data that is acquired from the system, so it is stored, it can be tracked on time, and it can be like if you want some data of previous years 100 batches, so it is possible with this software. If you want to compare the data of the previous studies, so this is possible with the particular software. Then we can say we can improve the efficiency of the analysis. So these are the benefits that we are getting from the laboratory information management, and that's why this is important. Now, how I am relating to, let's see, you are looking into your future, like you want to grow into your career. You want to make, like if you are working in a laboratory and you want to go to some higher positions, or you want to go to some different industry, like if you are working in pharmaceutical industry, you want to shift to IT industry, or CSV industry, or some like corporate industry. So this knowledge, this basic knowledge of laboratory information management will help you to grow further in your career. If you understand all the basics that are involved in laboratory management, it will be helpful whenever, see, if you want to grow further in your career, you face many of the interviews. So in interviews also, if they ask some basic questions or some details about LIMS, you will be like you will it's possible for you to represent yourself as a, like you are a LIMS expert. You have that much deeper knowledge about laboratory information management. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions here? Any questions in your mind?
No.
Okay, okay. So this LIMS software is provided by many of the companies, many of the IT companies. Say for example, Caliber LIMS is there, Labware LIMS is there, and there are many more. But the basic idea behind all this software is the same. If you understand the terminology, if you understand like integration, the sample management, data management, then administration, if you understand the basics, you will be eligible to handle all of the LIMS softwares. So let's go ahead. So let's consider the different contents that are available in the LIMS. Like the if we see the flow, how laboratory information management works. So laboratory information management is not only limited to pharmaceutical industry or biotechnology. This is like from starting from clinical trials, wherever a sample is generated, there this laboratory information management is required. So your knowledge will be applicable to all type of regulated industry, starting from clinical trials, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, also the food industry, the chemical industry. So all over the LIMS software can be applicable, and you can employ your knowledge there. So in LIMS content, the customers are involved. Like say, suppose some hospital samples are given for testing to one laboratory. So the hospital becomes, or the patients, they become the customer of that particular laboratory. Then the collection sites, as we have seen in COVID situation, like many collection sites were there for sample generation, sample collection, and that were sent to the particular laboratory. Then the preservatives, the different analysis methods developed, that were like when we generate some master data, we collect this master data into LIMS software. Then the employee data, the passwords. Why passwords? Because whatever data is generated in laboratory information management, that is auditable. So each and every user involved in the laboratory information management, the activity of that particular user is required to be controlled. So passwords play a major role in LIMS. Then the test results, whatever the test results are generated into LIMS software, they are required to be protected, because this data is also auditable. Then we say sample matrix, bottle types, we can identify because now the barcode system is also involved in LIMS. Then in LIMS, there is sample tracking. If you have worked in a laboratory, sample tracking is very important, because mismatching or mixing of sample is it directly like it comes to investigation, and then it takes a lot of time of the laboratory. Then LIMS provides a sophisticated query searching. Like as I have explained, if you want 10 batches data, 10 previous batches data, so within a minute you can catch this. You can run a query into LIMS software and you can get that particular data. Or you want to compare some results, so you can compare them into LIMS software. Then instrument integration is also provided by the LIMS software. Then powerful reporting functionality. Reporting, if you say like there are reviewer login into LIMS software. So the reports that are generated into LIMS, he can assess them, he can cross check them, and after this, he will decide whether this is correct or not, whether to accept these results or not. So accordingly, the system gets ahead in particular laboratory. Then there are some control limits. So according to the control limits, whether the batch is passing or not, so as there the manager takes the decision is in login. So uh, as I have explained, integrated barcoding. So the barcode scan provides the sample status, or the particular lot status, in which stage that particular
Hello.
sample is. That is, yes, yes, please.
Yes, sir. Sorry for disturbing. So, are you
Okay.
sharing your slides or not? Only first slide is coming.
Yeah, I have shared.
Hmm.
Only
But only
plus
first
first
slide.
slide is coming.
Yeah, I think your slide is stuck.
Okay, okay, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Now you see.
Can anyone tell me, anyone able to see the all slides or not?
No, same slide is there.
No, no, no,
It's
no.
not
Only
loaded.
first, please.
No, no, no.
So, your
Okay,
screen
okay.
is stuck.
LIMS content slide is there, or which one slide is there?
Only first
Sir,
page.
first page
Only
only.
first page, sir.
Okay,
Company
okay. So
contact
you are now
consultants.
on agenda, demo agenda you are looking at.
No, no, only first slide that end user company connect consultancy and our consultancy is detail
Okay,
only.
wait. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. Sorry, sorry. So that's why I asked whether it is visible or not. Wait. Let me check once.
yeah.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So now I'm on
Yes.
the history of laboratory data management page. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
now it is visible.
Okay. Now I'm going for what is LIMS slide. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So now I am on LIMS contents. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Now let's proceed. So I was up to here, LIMS content. So you just check the previous slide. So the basic I have explained why LIMS is important in laboratory. You all have understood that?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So here the LIMS contents I have explained like what is included and what is connected with the laboratory information management, that I have explained like the customers, the collection sites, the analytical methods, then why the passwords are important, how the test results handled in laboratory information management, the sample tracking. You understood all of this? If you have any question regarding this slide, you can ask me. Any questions? These are just basics. Why LIMS is important and how LIMS helps to improve the laboratory functionality. That's it. So is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Uh, uh, can anybody tell me what is audit trail?
So audit trail means suppose for example, I can say uh, suppose I'm doing one analysis. So uh, whenever I log in and whenever I'm log out, when which page I'm opening, whatever functionality I'm doing, it should be captured in Auditel. Suppose after 3 or 5 years, suppose 101 batch sample I'm doing analysis. Suppose you want to know after 2 3 years means you can go to Auditel, you will check it. So 101 sample who did the analysis and how he did the analysis when he log in.
Right, right. So all that data will be available in this particular software. So whatever
Yes,
the requirement is there, like some auditor wants who logged in into this particular system on this date at this time. So that particular data will be available into LIMS software. Okay.
yes,
So let's have a look how LIMS works. So so you are looking at a slide like how LIMS works, right?
yes,
The slide is visible to you. Okay. So
yeah,
here you see the first one is the planning phase. The second one is sample tracking. I will explain one by one. Then third one is work allocation. Then next is result capturing. Then comes approvals, and then comes reporting, the last one. So in planning phase, the organization or the laboratory plans some testing or plans some according to some parameters or some testing procedures. They plan a testing. Now, in the next stage, the sample will be tracked, like the barcode will be generated, or the analytical report number will be generated, or we say a lot number will be generated. Particular the to particular batch, that analysis record number will be generated. So this activity happens in registration. After that, the training or the work allocation happens. And in work allocation, suppose a manager, a lab manager is there. He wants to say perform some 50 dissolution. So he will allot to the employees like the analysts. So five dissolutions he will allot, and they were the analyst particularly can see that particular five analysis into his login into LIMS, so he can go further with that particular activity. Now when he finishes with the particular activity, analysis activity, the result capture that will happen with the LIMS software. uh, Whatever the results are generated, the calculations, or the we can say, there are many types, like calculations are required or some chromatography is required. So all the results generated that were collected with the system, excuse me, and after this, the it will go to a reviewer, reviewer's login. So here the reviewer checks all the results, reports, and all the testing methods used, or the parameters. According to the parameters and limits, he decide whether to approve or reject that particular test or the results, and whether it requires a retest or not. And after this finalization with the QA team, the report is ready for the further stage, that is reporting. And here, if it's the result required to a customer, so that will be provided to the customer with the e-signatures and all. So this is how the particularly LIMS functionality works. So in next slide, I will explain you where it will be simplified one. So here in 10 stages, I can explain to you how LIMS works. The test order, we can say the first one is test order. Test order, if you consider a company laboratory, a pharmaceutical company laboratory, and I'm considering a hospital laboratory. So the hospital laboratory, there will be a test order because the customer wants the test results, right? In your company laboratory, the particular manager wants the results. So the second stage is sample registration. The After the test order, sample will be registered, barcode will be generated, and that sample will go in the third stage for sample preparation. After preparation, the test allocation will happen. After this, the sample testing will be performed. After sample testing, the result will be generated and the results will be registered. After this, the results are validated according to the requirements, and the approval will be provided to these particular results. Then the COA will be generated, certificate of analysis. If you have faced such situations, like certificate of analysis will be uh, like this is what the laboratory needs or the manager needs, the certificate of analysis. After this, the COA, certificate of analysis, will be released, there is a blend release or some assay release. So this release will be utilized for that particular batch record. And then comes the billing and invoicing. These all activities can be handled by LIMS itself. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Any questions here?
No, sir. Actually, I understand this is related to hospital. Can you explain in industry, like in industry, we are not doing billing, invoicing? No.
Yeah. See, I can see the first stage, that is test order, will not be there in industry, and the last
Okay.
one, that is billing and invoicing, that will be
Okay.
not included in your company laboratory. Got it? The other
Yes. Yes.
functionality will go in that flow.
Okay.
That's why
Others.
I
Others
said,
are
like,
say.
yes. If I consider a hospital or some extra, some companies giving some samples to for analysis to another company, then this full flow will be there. Understood? Not only for
Okay.
hospital, some companies giving for analysis to another company, then also there will be a test order, and also there will be a billing and invoicing. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other question?
Thank you.
Okay, you all understand validation? Can anybody tell me what is validation?
Uh, yes, validations means before going to our routine use, you have to validate our software. Yeah,
Right.
here I can say software. LIMS is the software. Before going to our return use, you have to validate our software. This software it is applicable. It is applicable for our routine use or not. We can validate it. So for validating the software, we have certain guideline or document. Through that, we can validate the
Yes,
software.
yes. Yes, that's it. Validation for software, it's very hard term, but you can say for general routine testing or your parameters also, we validate all the things, right? For testing
Yes,
also,
yes,
and
yes.
for all the batches whatever we are producing in manufacturing industry, we go for validation, and that is why validation? Because we want a quality and a confirmation that whatever we are producing, it is a quality product. So that's why we validate each and everything. Okay,
Yes.
okay, let's go ahead. Now, am I audible?
Yeah, slide is not visible, sir. I think it is.
uh, okay, sorry, there was some network issue. So now the slide is visible to all of you.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Does anyone facing same issue?
Yeah, slide is not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
But for
Okay,
me
okay.
it's visible. Sir, just you can reshare your screen.
I am,
Yeah, I
but
will do
mine it
that.
is visible.
Yeah, for me also
Okay,
it's
wait,
visible.
I will share again.
Yeah.
I will share it again. Now the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on the slide, guidelines for successful LIMS implementation, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So till now we have understood what is LIMS, how it is important, what functionalities it is providing, and now we are shifting to implementation part. Suppose there is a laboratory working in a manual mode, and we want to shift this particular laboratory from manual mode to automotive mode. Okay. So we are implementing a laboratory information management software in that particular laboratory. Okay. So how we can proceed here, I will explain. So we need to prepare a business case. After this, we need to collect the organization's user requirement. I will explain one by one, but let's go through each one first. Okay. Then we need to prioritize the requirements of that particular laboratory. Then comes the development of functional specification. After this, we need to do gap analysis. And after doing the gap analysis, we go for integration, configuration, and customization. And after all this activity, we go for validation and testing. Now I will explain you one by one with an example. Say there is a laboratory, a small laboratory, and they are working in manual mode. Like they are preparing all the, they are doing all the analysis activities on their own using pen and paper to note down all the activities. Okay. Now we need to implement LIMS there. Now, how to prepare a business case? Business case preparation means we need to evaluate that particular laboratory. What is the need of that particular laboratory, or particular that industry owner, the manager, what he wants in that particular. He wants. Suppose there are 10 HPLC systems, two dissolution apparatus, two weighing balance, one UV. So accordingly, we have to design and we have to calculate what is required and how much the budget will be for that particular laboratory. Then we need to collect and organize the user requirement. User requirement basically, the end user, if we consider working in that particular laboratory, suppose the analyst, he is working in that laboratory. So what he needs, what he requires in that particular laboratory when we are shifting from manual mode to auto mode. Okay. Now, these are called user requirements. So, what will be the user requirements? So, the user, firstly, he will need a login into LIMS, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello? Yes, yes. So, you are getting my point. The user, the end user, he wants to use a LIMS software. So, he will need, the first need is he needs a login, correct? So, the login credentials is the first user requirement. After this, he needs to enter the data into the particular software. For suppose he wants to enter the weights, whatever he has taken, he wants to enter the weights inside the software. So here another user requirements is created. So I will explain these details into our full course. So here I'm explaining with one or two examples. So these are there are some another user requirements. Like if we say one person in laboratory is a reviewer, so his requirements will be different. Got my point? Another person who is doing some inventory management activities, there the requirements will be different. So accordingly all the requirements will be collected, and after collection of these requirements, we need to prioritize these requirements. See, when you prepare a business case, there will be lot of user requirements, but the role in LIMS implementation is we need to prioritize the requirements. So here we can consider these three steps. Critical to work process. The requirements we need to find out which are very critical to work process. Without these requirement, the work will not happen. That are called critical requirements. Got my point? Then comes the requirements that improve the work process. The work, actually whatever work is happening in the laboratory, if that particular requirement is improving the work process, then comes nice to have, means that are not actually required, but if they are in that particular software, it will be nice to have. It will help it will help to other requirement. So in this way, so we firstly conclude with the critical requirements, then we go for the requirements that improve the work, and then we go for the requirements that are nice to have. And we have to reject the requirements that are just adding the expenses but not value to the particular business case. Have you understood this user requirements part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now comes the development part. Development of functional specification. Now the functional specification, you know what is specification? You understand now what is specification? Okay, I will explain. So the functional specification, whatever the functionalities that are related to all the activities in the laboratory, we need to make them like the standard operating procedure, standard testing procedure. Then we say all the documents that are generated in a laboratory. These we need to collect them as a specification. All these activities will be recorded. These are called functional specification. We need to develop these functional specifications without which the analyst cannot work. Got my point? The end user,
Yeah.
he cannot work without specification. Okay. Then comes the evaluation of vendor response. Now, when we develop all the things in the laboratory, we have to check against with the end user and also the owner of that particular business case. So this is called gap analysis. Gap analysis means what? We have developed LIMS for that particular laboratory, but we have to cross check what we have developed with that particular end user and also the business owner, so that before going into further stages, we need to go into find out what are the gaps involved in that particular whatever we have designed up to this stage. Then comes configuration, customization, and integration. Now, after this stage, we integrate all the instruments, whatever the requirement. Hello, any question there? Okay. So, after this gap analysis, we go for configuration, customization, and integration of the all the laboratory. And after this, we go for validation and testing. We validate all the designed limbs, and also we test these parameters, all the parameters, and according to the functional specifications, we test it. And now comes the planning and maintenance. When we design the limbs, when it becomes operable in that particular laboratory, then we plan it and we have to maintain it in the future. So have you understood how to implement a limb software in a particular laboratory? Hello?
Sir, you mentioned guideline, but which guideline we are following?
Guideline.
Yeah, the content is there, guideline for successful LIMS, but which guideline we are following, we are not.
See, the actual, this is just a demo. I will explain each and everything in detail in our further lectures. So here I am
Okay.
giving just an idea how we go and how we proceed with the particular format. So as I have explained what is LIMS, how it's helpful, now we are actually looking into its implementation part. Okay, got my point? We will go in all details in further lectures.
Yes.
For
Okay.
implementation, I perform IQ, OQ, IOQ, and PQ. Then go like all our basic activities.
Yes, yes, that things are covered in the further lectures. I am telling the same. All the details I'll cover. I am just giving a brief idea how we go for the LIMS implementation. You got my point?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. This is just a brief idea. So, what we have to consider in this particular implementation stage. So we have to ensure all the data, the final product of the laboratory is well managed. So this is the motive why we are developing LIMS for a particular laboratory, is that we have to ensure all data. There should not be a single data leakage or single entry missed while performing the LIMS activities. Uh, then we have to ensure the confidentiality and privacy. This is in case of patient information, and also if we consider an audit purpose, we have to maintain the confidentiality. Then we need to incorporate the laboratory business process as a part of the system. Laboratory business will be part of this particular environment, like whatever environment we have created, the laboratory and the laboratory information management. So all the business activities will be incorporated into this. Then we assure the accessibility. The reports or the results, they must be easily accessible to whoever is in need. Then the accuracy of the results and report. Then the timelines. Suppose we are like the LIM software itself gives some timelines to particular activities, like we can say the calibration activities, maintenance activities. Then all other requirements in the industry will be highlighted. Or also there is stability management. So there the timelines are very important. So laboratory information management, it provides a scheduler, it provides a timeline, and also it helps to track all the activities. Okay. And also to streamline the sample tracking and sample workflow in the clinical laboratory. This laboratory information management helps in sample tracking and workflow management. You are understood? This is the motive why
Yes.
we are developing a LIMS in a laboratory. This already I have explained to you, like we have gone through the previous slide, like sample registration, then the workflow, configuration, input, result validation, and report generation. These are the stages. How LIMS workflow will go for registration of material, from registration to report generation. These are the activities involved. Then this is the workflow. What we say, the registration, starting from the sample registration, then the reception, then sample preparation, then the work will be allocated to a particular analyst or whoever in charge of that particular analysis. Then the testing will happen. After this testing, it will be validated. Then it is approved. If it is not as per the norms, if it is not approvable, then it will go for retest. These are the decisions of that particular lab manager or the reviewer. And then comes the reporting, and the last and very important part is archival. Why the archival part is important? Can anybody tell me? Why the archival part is important? What do you think? Anyone?
Hello.
Okay. So, yes, yes, please.
Archival is required because whenever we're completing our report, everything we have to store somewhere that we can access whenever it is required, like in audit or anything. Or otherwise, it will
Yes,
stop
yes.
somewhere and that memory will be filled.
Yes, yes. That's why it is important. If archival, and that archival should be such that it should not be tempered, or it should be in control also. That some limited person should have access to that. And also it should be reproducible. It should not happen like the hard disk is damaged with that particular system. So it is very critical and very important, the archival part. Otherwise, what will happen, the data loss, it will means if some data is recorded in audit and that is not available with the system, it will be a big question mark on whatever the activity is done in that particular time period. Understood? Okay. So some basic functionalities of LIMS we will see here. Uh, so the in functionalities, the reception and login of a sample, then the assignment, scheduling, and tracking. So these are like the activities that are happening in LIMS workflow. The quality control of the sample and the inventory of the equipment and reagents, all these will be recorded and maintained in the laboratory information management. The data storage associated with the sample analysis, all the data storage, as I have just said, like archival is important, so that is the functionality of the LIMS. And the inspection, approval, and compilation of sample data for reporting and for further analysis. So all these activities are the functionalities LIMS is providing in particular laboratory. Then some additional functions that are provided by this LIMS software we will have a look into. As audit trail is there, so audit management LIMS provides. Then the barcode handling is there. Chain of custody is there because we have some login credential, and also that data is not visible to everybody. Then the compliance level will be very high when we are using laboratory information management. Then the customer relationship management, so this part comes in clinical trials and hospital management. Then the document management, all the documents that were generated will be available with the laboratory information management. Then the instrument calibration and maintenance. As I have said, laboratory information management, it gives some alarms and some notifications about the due calibrations and the maintenance activities. So it becomes easier to the doer or the end user to track all the requirements like calibration and maintenance of particular equipment. Then the inventory and equipment management, the inventory, all the entries done into the LIMS software, it will give a particular log of that inventory, how much investment is there in the particular we say chemicals or equipment or the maintenance. Then the electronic data entries. Suppose some like the integration part, like some balance is connected with the uh, software, LIMS software. Then there will be no manual entry. The whatever the weight coming there on the balance, that will be automatically recorded into the LIMS software. So there is the manual entries are removed there. Then the method management, then comes the like laboratory methods, analytical methods that will be managed. Like when we prepare some master data, all the record will be with this software, so we need not to prepare it time to time, and we can rely on this method management. Then comes the personal and workload management. As we see, the workload which is distributed. So, if we say one manager is there, lab manager is there, in his login, he can check all the personals, what work allocated to them, how much work is allocated, what is the status of that particular analysis or the particular lot. So, that is in control. Then the quality assurance and control. The quality will be all the documents generated here in LIMS software that are the e-signature part and the e-verification. So it's the quality assurance level is achieved. All the reports are maintained. The time is tracked. Like all the activities are traceable. and the workflow also, as I have explained, the full workflow of LIMS is under a control, and we can see like whatever the activities are happening into LIMS, that are all traceable and controllable. Any questions here? Okay, let's go ahead. So these are basic things like advantages of LIMS. We see now you have understood what are the advantages, as I have explained previously also. It gives very fast report access and query run. Then paperwork is reduced. Data quality is improved. Then the operational efficiency is improved. Then the some formulas are readily available with the software, so it saves your time. Productivity will be increased, and the output will be increased, and the return on investment will be provided in within 1 year. Like whatever investment that particular laboratory has made on that software, it start giving the results in 1 year only. Then let's see some disadvantages. The training, we need to provide training to that particular end user. We can't say this is a disadvantage. When we are shifting from manual mode to auto mode, we definitely require the training to the particular personals. Then the time to adapt to a new system, even though some time is required to adapt to a system, but it saves the time. In future it saves the time. Then some cost is involved, because when you are purchasing some software and implementing the in the laboratory, it takes a huge cost. Then there are some physical restrictions. Why physical restrictions? Because if say the software is running slow, so you can't do anything. You have to call the IT person, and then he will manage the thing. So there are physical restrictions in that particular, uh, like when we are operating with software. And this needs a backup system, as we have say, like archival is important. So all the computer information must be carefully backed up. So the backup system needed, a very strong backup system is required to maintain the LIMS data. And as we have explained in last slide, like loss of data cannot be tolerated. So it becomes very critical. Archival parts become very critical when while handling the LIMS software. So I will take just next 5 minutes. So let's see some LIMS environment and modules. So the LIMS environment, there are four types of environments. The development environment, the static environment, the validation or quality environment, and production environment. What is environment? So the we say we are designing LIMS for some laboratory. So there is a the first stage is the development of their software for that particular laboratory. So that is the development environment. So after this, we develop a software using the user requirement and the testing and configuration. So after this, we go for a static environment. In this static environment, what we do, we prepare the master data like the sampling plans, product information, analysis information, instrument and inventory data. All the data will be feeded to that particular software. So this is a static environment. Then comes the validation or quality. Here we test whatever the software is developed, we test this particular software to that endpoint, which is like we go for operational qualification, then we go for installation qualification, and also the user requirements will be finalized here. Then lastly comes the production environment. Now the software is ready to use for that particular end user and the laboratory functioning. So this is known as production environment. And in production environment, we need some maintenance, we need backup, and archival part. Understood? Okay. So let's see some LIMS modules. What are these different modules? Modules means whatever the functioning of that particular LIMS software, when we are working with that software. So what it provides, what it actually provides to an end user. So the first thing is lot management. So lot like raw materials, packaging material, whatever the testing is there. So the COA generation and release of that COA, this comes in lot management. Then comes the inventory management. So there are many chemicals, reagents, indicators, such chemicals that the all record will be maintained, all the inventory will be managed by this LIMS software. Then comes the instrument management. So there are different instruments in the laboratory, and after some time there is a calibration, then preventive maintenance, then the login credential we need to change in frequently. Like someone is shifting from one lab to another, someone is shifting from dissolution testing, or we can say someone was working with HPLC, but he is shifted to some another department. So we need to manage these logins. So that is the instrument management part. Then comes the stability management. So the stability is all of you understand what is stability? All of you
Yes,
aware
sir.
about stability? If you don't know, let me explain. The stability, we say whatever the production is going on, we need to decide the in research we need to decide the shelf life of that particular product. And also like for to avoid the market complaints, or to for future complaints, we need to have a track or what is happening with that particular product. So that thing is managed under the stability management. So the stability sampling, stability charging, so all these activities will be controlled by LIMS software. Then comes the environmental monitoring. So here the scheduling, allocating, sampling, all these activities about the environmental trend will be controlled by this software. And then comes the micro inventory. So here the, if you say the micro lab, in micro lab there will be a media culture, then its identification. All these activities related to a micro lab will be managed and controlled. All the workflow will be controlled through LIMS software. Have you understood? These are the different modules which are available with LIMS software. Then, as I have explained, there are LIMS roles. Somebody will be end user analyst, somebody will be supervisor, reviewer, approver. Then these login credentials will be provided as per the requirement. And this is administrative part, like the who will be the system administrator, he will manage all these logins. Okay. Then the 8 days course what we have, what we will learn there, that I will explain in 2 minutes. Now, day one we will go for the LIMS user requirement specifications and master data analysis. Then the GXP assessment we will go for, validation plan, including IQ, OQ, PQ, and how to prepare LIMS master data. That we will see in second day. In third day, we will go for configuration testing in development environment, functional testing, user acceptance, and crystal reports. That we will go for on day three. Then on day four, we will
Hi.
go for LIMS validation and module workflow. That we will check in day four. In day five, we will see LIMS architecture, master data creation for inventory management, On day 6, we will go for lot management workflow, laboratory workflow, and master data instrument creation. On day 7, we will look into stability management. All the details we will look into how it works for stability management and storage locations also. And on day 8, last day, we will see LIMS administration activities, the user management, data migration, package creation, installation, and scheduler. All these activities we will go on day 8. Okay. So this is the actual course, 8 days course. Okay, so overall idea is LIMS is a computerized laboratory data management system, and this is becoming very common in all around the world. So this is important. Like whenever you grow in your career, LIMS becomes very important. So these are the different courses which are provided by Company Connect, and I am dealing with LIMS end-to-end project learning. You can go for these courses, different courses also. Okay, so how this course is going to help you in future? So this provides multi-dimensional opportunities for you, like in pharmaceutical industry, also in IT software, clinical trial industry, medical device industry, and you can also work as a LIMS consultant. If we consider near about 20K to 40K salaries provided in India, and if you enter into it, the growth will be very high. Like some persons get up to 50% hike in their salary. You get a corporate environment exposure here, and if you enter into IT software part, there will be a 5-day working you will achieve. Also, there is good career growth in CSV. If you relate all these like LIMS, software implementation, development, and CSV, you will achieve more growth in your career. And for this course, we are giving a lifetime, lifetime free membership we are providing. Then you will also get interview based question and answer, free access for that. Interview class, mock interview class will be there. Placement, we will help you in placement, but that is not granted thing. You can also join two batches. Like if you fail to attend, if you register and if you fail to attend first batch, you can continue your course in the second batch also. And the recording of the classes will be provided to you so that you can recall whatever you have learned in the classes and you can make your own notes. And also we will help you in resume preparation. You want some details, you can ask to ma'am. Like you see here, the contact number is provided. All the details will be provided to you. You can call this number. Now tell me if you have any of the questions on your mind about this course, about LIMS, about anything. Yes, please.
Uh, Hi. Actually, I want to know that in this course, you are that in development stage you are writing now that configuration and all.
Yes,
In that means what you
yes.
are covering, that all coding means or code testing only you are covering.
No, no, no. Coding will not be covered. Actually,
Means what that
see,
analysis
when
we are preparing for that.
see what is we will go with the pharma perspective. We will not go with the IT perspective. The development, the developer part is different. Developer part, that is the activity of IT persons. So we
Okay,
will
you
look
will
into
start
how.
from only creation master data.
Yes, yes, yes. Master data creation, and we will look into a pharma perspective, like how we can whatever the requirements are there, like the IT part is finished, and after that, whatever the requirement comes from our side, we are looking into a pharma perspective. So how we can implement, how we can go in detail, that part we will handle here. That part we will complete here.
Okay.
So in this
Uh,
course,
Yes,
education
yes.
means we can we can after this course we can how to learn, we can qualify LIMS in pharmaceutical
Sorry,
industry.
your voice is not clear. I'm not getting what you're asking.
Sir, in this course, in end user LIMS and one more
Okay.
course also I seen in your site, administrative level. What is the difference between two courses actually?
Yes, yes, yes. That course is different. That there you will learn the administrative part. As I have explained to you, the administration is a different thing. There they to control a laboratory, like the login credential, whatever problems are generated in the particular laboratory, that part will be handled. That part will be taught there in the administrative part. And here we will look into we will look into all the LIMS modules, how you can employ them, and how you can adapt all the things to grow in your career, that we will look into.
So here
uh,
like qualification validation can not like what are the test cases IQ, what are the test cases of your analysis. Here
Any
you
more
are
questions?
getting hello.
See, nowadays, I will give you some information. Like nowadays, if you have a basic understanding of pharma laboratory, you are a useful asset to IT industry. Why? Because while generating the user requirements, we are helpful to IT industry because we understand that part. Got my point? We understand what an analyst needs in a particular laboratory, or what problems the particular end user faces, that we understand. So that part is connected to IT industry. Whenever some IT industry wants a person who will help in implementation of a particular software to a laboratory, they find a pharma person only. So this is the difference. So that's why you need a thorough knowledge of these particular activities. That's the logic behind this course. Any more questions? Any questions about the course, you can ask to ma'am also on this mobile number provided on your screen. You can ask there.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please.
In this migration also you are covering
Pardon?
from migration from development stage to static stage and validation then to production environment.
Data migration
Yes,
you are
yes,
asking,
that
I
we are
guess.
covering. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes, that we are covering there. Yeah.
That means for master data creation, that formula and all that configuration you are giving training or how you are doing?
Uh, that configuration and all, we are looking into like how we can shift from one
Only means
environment
how
to
we are
another.
doing the testing and means how we are doing the testing and all that same procedure you are
We
telling that
will
master
not
data
go
preparation.
into the IT part of that software. We will not go into
That I
IT
get
part,
you.
like how they develop, how what the developer does, or what they are doing at their end. That is not the motive. So we are considering only the part that is how at our level, how we are shifting this all from one environment to another, that we will include in this course.
Okay, thank
The
you.
So,
IT part is totally different.
Bhagyashree,
Yeah.
IT related part will be covered under the administrative limbs. There is a separate course for that and separate lecturer for that. Okay. So, if you want that as well, you can reach out to madam on the mention the number 96916 33901. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Any more questions?
So the classes for the basic limbs, the end user limbs will be start from the 4th of December. Before to that, please do the registration by calling to these numbers. Yeah, somebody is asking some questions, I guess. Okay. Okay, I think no questions. Then we can close the call.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
so much, everyone. Yeah. Okay.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you.